Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com, the climate guy setting the record straight about climate. In this video, I discuss how your tax dollars are at work promoting climate fraud on public radio. There's a brand new study being promoted by public radio which says global warming will increase poverty in the southern U.S. And the report includes this scary map of total economic damage as percent of GDP. They're saying that the South, which has been experiencing a huge economic boom, is going to experience almost 30% GDP loss as a result of global warming. The South used to be very poor back 100 years ago when atmospheric CO2 was very low, but they've been gaining wealth at a very rapid rate. So the basic premise of the study doesn't make a lot of sense. Now let's look at the details of the study being pimped by public radio. They say that summer temperatures in the Midwest are going to increase by 6 degrees centigrade, which is about 10 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is all due to increasing carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. This is an easy theory to test out. All we need to do is look at what summer temperatures have done in this region over the past century as atmospheric CO2 has increased from 300 parts per million to 400 parts per million. This graph shows the average daily June, July, August temperature at all Midwest United States Historical Climatology Network stations. That includes Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, and Wisconsin. That was the region where the PRI study predicted 6 degrees centigrade summer warming. So what we see is that actual summer temperatures in the Midwest are declining, not increasing as the fraudulent PRI study predicted. The trend in Midwest summer temperatures is down since 1895 and way down since the 1930s. The present is much cooler than it was 80 years ago. So the study is predicting 6 degrees centigrade summer warming in a region where summer temperatures have been declining for 125 years. That's junk science. It doesn't make any sense. No serious scientist would do something like this. But it gets worse. This graph shows summer afternoon temperatures in that same region. They're plummeting. They're down 5 degrees since the 1930s. And if we look at the percent of summer days above 90 degrees Fahrenheit in the Midwest, it's down almost 50% since the late 19th century. That's a huge decline in heat. This shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. We all grew up reading Steinbeck's Grapes of Wrath with the incredible heat, drought, and poverty of the 1930s. The heat and drought of the 1930s was so bad that half of the population of the Great Plains had to move to California just to stay alive. In fact, during July 1934, 80% of the United States was in drought, most of which was in extreme drought. There was a similar drought during July of 1954, which killed dozens of people, and the temperature in St. Louis reached 115 degrees. Those sort of temperatures are completely incomprehensible now. This prediction of 6 degrees centigrade warming in the Midwest being promoted by public radio is just utter nonsense. There's no scientific basis for it whatsoever. What public radio is doing here is not science, it's not journalism. It's your tax dollars being used to push the big lie on you. We need to fight back. Call up your congressman and tell him to cut off all funding to these criminals at public radio. And visit Toto on the web at realclimatescience.com. He's been pulling back the curtain on junk science for a long time.